And then this week in Cleveland, movies and film will also be proudly displayed with the return of the Cleveland International Film Festival. The festival has been virtual for 2 years and has yet to debut in its new home. Beginning Wednesday, you'll be able to watch hundreds of films and shorts at the Playhouse Square.
And one of those films shedding light on a subject very close to the hearts of its creators. I caught up with two filmmakers from our area about the documentary they created right here in Ohio, pulling back the curtain on the world of show choir. This may not be a Broadway stage, but the next generation of talented voices are finding the spotlight right here in Ohio.
Let's give a big hand to Music Express.
This is show choir, groups of high schoolers competing through musical performance.
Ohio is the center of the show choir universe. I mean, that's why Glee was set in Lodi, Ohio.
While show choir may have kickball changed its way into national attention through the show Glee, for the students Steve Pernod leads as choir director at Garfield Heights High School, it's about more than sparkles and the spotlight.
It does so much for their confidence and work ethic. You know, there's also lots of drama and there's lots of tears. It's got everything, really.
All the right notes needed for a compelling documentary.
The project that we're working on is a documentary film that tracks 4 different schools from across Ohio as their show choir goes from rehearsals, competition season, and all of the inner workings of the teachers and students along the way.
Director Audrey Leach and producer Hannah Leach are sisters who grew up in Ohio. Both participated in Solon Music in Motion. The influence of show choir on their lives inspired them to create Full Out Inside Ohio Show Choir.
A lot of people who go to the same schools as the people that are in these groups, they don't even know like what goes into it. So that was kind of the reason why we wanted to make a film about it.
Pulling back the curtain on the ups and downs of high school.
You really don't want to interpret how the year is going at that point in time.
The long hours off the stage.
You've been rehearsing for 3 hours and you're tired.
I'm like a helicopter mom and I'm really, really sorry.
And the importance of having a space to belong. Elena Smith is a former member of Music Express and was featured in the film.
It's a community. It has to do with like real life problems. It shows people who come from high incomes or like wealthier and people who don't, you know, struggling to like just pay for show choir. It's just different stories combined into one.
Funding for the arts, an important theme in the film.
It's like a really, really interesting microcosm of kind of privilege in general. It's like a bite-sized version of what happens in the real world in like a million different arenas, but this is just with show choir.
I go to prepare a place for you.
Above all, a story of drive and talent that puts Ohio at center stage.
And when our children tell their story, they'll tell the story of tonight.
Great voice there. Well, you can go ahead and watch Full Out Inside Ohio Show Choir at the Cleveland International Film Festival on April 7th and 8th, and we're going to have more details on our website today, WKYC.com.
I didn't know, so I knew Glee was filmed in Ohio. I thought that was just random, right? Thanks for bringing us that story. That was so educational. I didn't realize that, you know, show choir is such a big thing in Northeast Ohio, and that's fascinating. I mean, that's amazing that it's so prevalent around here.
Absolutely. These kids, too, you saw they worked so hard, countless hours, and I think it's easy, too, to think about, when kids go to practice, a lot of kids think it's sports practice or, football or track or what have you, but there are all these kids also spending hours and trying so hard in rehearsal and doing these incredible, elaborate performances that, in my opinion, they look pretty professional.
Right.
So it's amazing to see their talent.
It's greater than a movie, too, because they have to sing at the same time, so you're learning. That's amazing.
It's all live.
So,
it's incredible.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah.